over Pinterest, there are things like have this shot list for your photographer. Don't forget these key photos that make sure your photographer catches. I have to tell you, it annoys me just a little bit. But before I tell you exactly why that's annoying to a professional wedding photographer, I need you to make sure to like and subscribe below and hit the bell button if you're looking for tips and tricks and things to use for your... if you're looking for tips or tricks or things that you can utilize to help plan your perfect wedding day. I'm a DIY bride myself and a wedding photographer and videographer. So I'm, like all of you, perusing Pinterest every night, looking for ideas and inspiration and things that I'm forgetting to plan for on my wedding day. One of the things that I see so often is the wedding shot list that you need to give your photographer. So the reason it upsets me is because any good, reputable photographer who has been doing this for a while should already have a shot list, should have that ingrained in their brain to the point that it doesn't matter what wedding I'm photographing. I know exactly the photos that I need to make sure to highlight. You do this once, you don't need to worry about that. That's my job, if that makes sense. I don't want you to stress this. What I do have as a better statement, you need to have this specific conversation with your photographer and videographer to tell them the things that they don't know to ask. Okay, that sounds like a crazy way to say that. So, as a wedding photographer, I have my generic list. Things like making sure to catch your veil in the wind and the details of your bouquet and your invitations, the escort cards, and a photo of your groom getting ready. These are all things that are already on my list as normal. What I do need to have a conversation with all of my bride and grooms about is the specifics that I'm unaware of. If you plan on doing something special, if you are a DIY bride and you have created a bunch of things yourself, you need to tell me these things because I may not notice that there's a hidden Mickey in your bouquet. I may not notice that you created a signature drink in your grandfather's honor. So I should get a photo of this drink next to his memorial picture. These are the things that we need to have conversations about. So here are some ideas and some tips on things that you should make sure to tell your photographer that they need to photograph. Do you want to do a non-traditional first look? When I say traditional first look is the groom and the bride seeing each other before the ceremony. But do you also want to have a first look with the mother of the groom and the groom? Do you want to have a first look of your siblings, of grandparents? If you want to have a first look set up with anyone other than your significant other, you need to tell me. I'm going to make sure to put it into your timeline and make sure we have enough time to set the two of you aside and get those specific photos. As the saying goes, something borrowed, something blue, something... I don't remember the saying. Did you actually remember the penny in your shoe from the poem? Check here with that video. If you did, if you remembered all of the things from the poem, tell me. Point them out to me so I can get a photo of all of those 5 items put together and laid out beautifully with your invitations or with your ring and your bouquet. Those details are something you've put effort into. If you don't let me know, I may forget to ask and put it into the timeline and make sure it's taken care of early on before the wedding begins. Some don't request it. Some kind of think it's a silly photo, but do you want the signing of your marriage certificate photographed? It may be something that you don't care about and it's fine. While you guys are signing, I'll go take photos of people at cocktail hour or more details of other things. But if that is something that is special to you because of course your maid of honor and your best man are there beside you signing this certificate, that may be something that you actually want photographed. So let me know. Something I definitely don't see anymore, which is kind of a shame, is one massive photo of all of your guests in one photo. It is a little difficult to do in some venues. Let me put it that way. It can be done. I can pull out the ladder, I can make people sit on chairs and kneel on the floor and stand up tall, and I can coordinate it. But if you don't ask and we don't put it in a timeline, it may not be something that we can capture. Even better, if your venue has a second floor that I can look down from, that's going to make things a million times easier and makes for such a cool photo and a center spread in your album. Speaking of groups of people, do you have all of your old college roommates together for the first time in years? Are all of your cousins from one side of the family in attendance? Let's get those specific groups of people together, but they need to be on my shot list in order to make sure that I can corral all of these people together at the right time. We can specify that we want to have all of those people ready to go after cocktail hour. We want to make sure that they're hanging around after the ceremony because we're going to do it right away. Whatever the case, we can tell those people at the rehearsal or rehearsal dinner or the night before, or you can have someone in your bridal party spread the news. Okay, all of these people need to be ready at 4:15 at this spot because we're taking this awesome group photo. My other favorite is a generation photo. If you have multiple generations present, even better, multiple generations of married couples, say your mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, great-grandma and great-grandpa, let's put them all in one photo and show all of the generations. We can do only the females, only the males, but if that's something that you can do and we want to show off and make really special. Most don't even think about it. Why don't we plan an adventurous photo shoot? If you're going to do a first look, let's go someplace really cool. Let's give you a little bit of extra time before so we can go climb a mountain or go frolic near the beach or look for a very unique location near your venue that's going to show off your adventurous spirit or your quirkiness or whatever characteristic symbolizes the two of you. Let's go find a place that perfectly embodies your crazy nerdiness and take some cool photos beforehand or after. You know, we can do day after photos too. Check out this video wherever it may be for more on other photo ideas. If you plan on using these photos as your thank you cards, bring a thank you sign. That's also in one of my other videos. But a thank you sign is real easy. Throw it in your go bag and pull out your thank you sign to hold up with your new hubby, and there you go. Your thank you card photo is done. By the time you're ready to leave, everyone's exhausted, half your wedding has left. Why not just stage your exit anyways? To capture that perfect photo with the sparklers, without all the sparklers going out because we've taken too much time and Uncle Bob is running around in the background, let's stage the exit ahead of time. Especially if you're doing something like a sparkler or throwing of confetti, let's stage it so we can do it a few times to catch that perfect photo. And then by the time it's time for you to actually leave, you can just enjoy it. You don't have to worry about smiling perfect and looking at the camera cute. We can stage it so that you have less pressure and you can party on until whatever time at night, even if the party goes on till 2 a.m. and it's time for your photographer to go to bed. Even something like individual photos with each of your bridal party. It's something that I really want to push for and that I try to make sure with timing that we get included. But if we don't have a lot of time or we have to move things around, it's not on my mandatory shot list. If it is something that you really, really want, make sure to tell me that it is important to you and that those photos are specifically going to be utilized in gifts later for your bridal party. I really don't know how to say this without stressing that I'm trying to capture the day as it's happening and capture the day in the most genuine way. I don't really want to stop time to pose and do all of these photos. But if I have the option, I'm going to let the flow of the day go and let you guys party unless you tell me otherwise, unless you tell me, no, I really want to capture this photo. Let's do it. I'll make it happen. I'll make it look absolutely gorgeous. And then we can get on with the partying and the craziness. Check the link below for a downloadable of my unique photos that you need to ask your photographer for. If you have any questions or you're looking to add something to the list, let me know and leave me a comment below because I will forever be updating the downloadable because there are so many unique and cool ideas that are being sent to me daily. Don't forget, I post every Saturday. Talk to you soon.